All right, I'm getting tired of junk. Let's get some good parts. All right, what do we got here? This is big and heavy. Now, what do you think this is? Makes a lot of noise when you drop it. Sounds just like a flywheel assembly. Not packed very well, though. The box is getting a little open on the bottom down here. Yeah, it looks like it's trying to come apart. Looks like the top is wrapped better than the bottom. Yeah. Let's see, how do you get into this box? Double folded over box design. You know what? I think it's easier with the bottom. Oh, sounds like there's popcorn in there too. That'll be messy. Flywheels are hard to pack because they got a lot of sharp edges. And they're heavy. This one's not packed adequately. Okay, we got paper in here. I think there's other parts in here too. What the hell is this? A cylinder or something heavy. Oh, that's the crank. Oh, there's a case in here too. Oh. So there's a crankshaft here. And there's a case in here. Look at all those beat marks in there. Looks like a flywheel assembly beating on it. Looks like another buell part. Oh yeah, it's a buell part. Oh, a blast. Extra parts. Alright, got anything else in this important? See, they had all the good paper on the bottom, on the top. There's an oil pump hidden down in the bottom. That's why you always check your box. Make sure you get everything out of it. Let's see the instruction sheet. Always check your box. Oh, what else we got over here? Get them down, dumping on the ground. Looks like an empty box. See, they should have put the crank inside of that box and they gave it more protection. Instead of throwing the crank loose in here with a bunch of junk underneath it. Looks like they had about 1 layer of paper on the bottom and 10 on top. See, if you're going to pack a crank like that, put a lot of good paper in the bottom. Like that. For that box would be great too. Then you throw that piece of crap in there and then you pack a whole bunch of paper and make sure you squash it in there really, really good. It'd be best to put a lot of cardboard around the outside too. But anyway, they didn't quite pack it good enough. Of course, shipping with a case makes it difficult, so it is what it is. That's why I expect to get damaged parts. Buy stuff on eBay. I've had enough years of this to know that's what you're going to get. Alright, let's get the camera out of the way so I don't make people sick going up and down. Alright, so it wasn't quite packed adequately. If I actually cared about that case and crank, that would matter, but not as much caring about that. So the buell blast, this is the oil pump out of it. Appears to be a crank. That appears to be a case. Now rubbing on that table is not going to hurt it, but having that crank bang on it will hurt the case. See? That will be a sealing issue right there. If I was going to keep it, but I'm not keeping that part, so I don't care. So this is another buell blast. Here's one there, and one over here. There you go. So remember I told you when I got that case I was going to cut it up? Well, I got this one too, so let's cut this one up. So I got to move this cam chest over to get room. So when I get my bandsaw working over there, which I got some blades coming here for it, that thing right there, hopefully blades will be here in a day or two, or next week, 1 or 2. Then I'm going to cut this damn thing right off, and not even care about it, get it out of the way. And then I'm going to cut the back of this thing out too. Then I got to cut this other piece off here, so I can get a good part. Then I got to go over here and surgically take off this piece here without damaging it, so that I can glue that piece into it. and make this thing wider so I can put my M8 on there. Because this is the M8 gasket and it needs some more width. So either go that way or go this way. I think I'm going to go this way. If I go that way, it screws up my transmission, my primary drive, all that. If I go this other way, it doesn't do anything. I just leave the transmission, primary drive, all that stuff where it belongs, and just get this thing over here out of the way. I might lose some foot peg clearance on this side. I can live with foot peg clearance issues. So anyway, that'll allow me to run my big motor in there. So that's why I got extra cases. So I bought that one and I bought this one. So this one here, that one was like 70 bucks. This one was like 40 bucks. So that's all I needed. Now this crank here I bought, I didn't know at the time, was some dumbass took a big ass steel hammer and beat the crap out of the end of the crank there and screwed it all up. Look at that. They did not help that crank one bit. Yeah, it wobbles pretty good too. Yeah, they did some damage on that thing. So I could probably save that, but it's cheaper just to buy another crank. So I got another crank. Now hopefully it got here undamaged, because I need one that's undamaged. Plastic bubbles are terrible for packing material on heavy stuff, because what do? They go pop, and there's nothing left except a piece of thin plastic. Terrible for packing stuff. Oh, there's only one rod here. Oh, what happened? We're missing a rod. Okay, so there is a buell blast crank. Same as that one right here. Except I hope this one here got here undamaged. It does not appear they took this one out with a sledgehammer. Now, buell blasts have a Timken bearing on it, whereas the XB motor over there has a roller bearing in it, which means they're not interchangeable very well. So see, that's a Timken bearing. See the tapered roller down there? And this one over here is a roller bearing motor. See the roller bearing? Different. So this crank won't fit in there, even though they're probably about the same damn thing. Alright, so it looks like they got room to stroke it a little bit. I don't know what this yellow junk on there is, but it feels like a good rod. It's perfect. So this came with a gear on it, which is good. Extra gears are good. The nut's not here though. But one reason I bought this oil pump, you see that nut right there? I think that's the nut for this. Plus I can always use another oil pump. That right there, I'm pretty sure, goes right here. Oh, look at that. Now I got me a nut. Perfect. So I had to buy an oil pump to get a nut. You know what? I bet you that oil pump was cheaper than buying that nut from Harley. Or from Buell. Same with the Harley part. So this is a Buell pump. Buell oil pumps have the feed through the top here. They got double feed. So the oil collects inside the cam chest here and it would drain directly into the pump. And it would also suck oil out the cavity here that goes down here. It goes in the bottom of the case and collects it in there too. Which is right here. That's the pickup feed hole where it collects all the oil. So Buell ran double feed. Sportster did not. But in 98 or 99, Harley got smart and copied Buell. Looks like a 99. See the 99 on the pump? So Harley started using the Buell pump on everything. See, Buell knows how to do stuff because he's a racer, and Harley has great engineers that can't wipe their butt. So there you go. So this is the one that goes inside of here. Like that. Boom. Goes in there just like that. Alright, so I got an oil pump, I got my nut, and I got a tube I'll probably never use that goes from here to the pump. Because I probably won't use any of the stock stuff. But who knows, I might keep it. I don't know. I've got that far in the pump. So here's your fitting. Here's your idiot switch for your sender for your idiot light switch. Oh, this one has lifters in. Oh, it's got the oh, this is worth 40 bucks right now. And it's got the rubber mount for the stock buell motor mount. Look at that. That's a collector's item. Is there a washer in there? I don't think there's a washer in there, man. All right, there's a stock buell motor mount rubber. Got to have one of those. So this has the retaining pins in here for the lifters. They always take this stuff out of these cases for some reason. See, they're always missing. I like this stuff. The later style, they put a big plastic piece of crap in here that breaks, same as the M8. Garbage. Except it came in on buell first and iron Sportsters too. Yeah, let's see. Yeah. Excuse me. Alright, we need one of these here. It's probably too big. Yep, too big. Do this one over here. So anyway, this goes in here. Oh, they're tight. Fingernail in there. Yeah, take the fingernail all right off. These are tight. They didn't want these coming off. They're Loctited in. I don't know what Harley gets for these screws, but they're expensive. So Sportster used these screws in 04 and 5. And then they quit using them. So they went to that stupid plastic piece of crap in there. So this has a nice grade 8 screw with a grade 8 pin. That's metal. Doesn't fail. That piece of crap plastic does. So these lifters just push out. Like that. So you see that flat spot right there? That is what this rubs against right here. And it keeps your lifter straight so it doesn't turn sideways on your cam and destroy your cam. So I need a pair of these because I didn't have any. Now I got one. Now that case is, I'm making all kinds of money off this $40 case. Now these switches here are 20 bucks. Yeah, everything, this adds up. Even got a neutral switch with it too. Look at that. So you always strip all that stuff off these cases, think it's worth a lot, but nobody wants to buy a neutral switch on eBay. You can't get 50 cents for that damn switch. Damn. Half the time they leave the gear over here in the trailer too, because it's too hard to get it out. This Allen's too hard to get out. Not sure what 1212 means. Maybe that's when they took the bike apart. December of 2012. This is 23. Oh, this is tight. Ugh. Tight, tight, tight. All right. Oh, that thing don't want to come out of there. Power tools. There we go. Power. Look at that power. Power finger. See when it quits moving up, doesn't unscrew anymore, then it's good. Now you just gotta pull it out. These things look brand new. I bet this case doesn't have very many miles on it. Most of these buell blasts are low mileage. They see 5,000 miles, a miracle. The lifters hardly even got any wear on them. So they're still good to go for another project. So that's how they go in there. You see the lifter board don't start until you're an inch in there. All right. So now I got a good case to cut up. Looks like the only thing wrong with it is back there in the tranny, which we don't care about because I'm not using that part. So that being damaged didn't bother me. I even got a piston squirter with it too. Good. So I'll cut this thing all up and make some parts out of it. That's nice. Unless this case is worse, and I'll cut it up. We'll see which one looks worse. I'll probably cut that one up because I don't have any matching one to it. So, now I've showed you how heavy these were. My heavy Flywheel is on my real race bike up here. So this is what the difference in weight between a buell motor is and a Tatro motor is. See, Tatro motor has heavier parts. See, the rod is thicker. It's heavier. It's made to beat the tar out of it. I have beat the tar out of it. Nice and loose. Not so bad. I think I got clearance. pretty good. Actually clearance it correctly for riding, that's cool. We got the same Timken bearing, but the shaft is different. See? The biggest difference is the thickness of the flywheel here. This here is under 1/4 inch thick. This one over here is 3/4 of an inch thick. The other difference is this one's full of lead and this one's full of air. Ain't nothing in it. So when you go to pick these up, this one here, not too bad. Got to pick this one up. There. That's all I can do to pick it up. Oh, that's heavy. This one here, you can pick it up real easy, see? This weighs twice what that thing weighs. So when you put this into a land speed bike, it keeps your bike going fast between each firing impulse. Whereas this one here would slow down every time. So that's the difference. All right, more interruptions.